Hey guys, it's Hector here with another term for the Otaku Encyclopedia, and this week I'm going to be talking about manga. And yes, that's how you pronounce it, manga. And it's spelled M-A-N-G-A, and it can be written in hiragana, katakana, or kanji. And most people know it as those comics, with the various stories, really good artwork that's pretty similar to anime. And it pretty much is that, but in Japan, the term manga can pretty much refer to any sort of cartooning and artwork like that. It can be comics, can be video game artworks, it can be a ton of stuff like that, but most people, refer to it as those comics, especially in the Western countries. And so the manga, sometimes it can be found in newspapers, sometimes it can be a single strip, sometimes it can be multiple pages, and after a series has run for a while, they just compile all the comics into one book, and then people can buy those books just like that. And a lot of Western countries actually have manga in book form in local libraries or in certain bookstores. You can try and find them yourself. You might be able to find some. But some manga, not all, but some just are compiled, are written and put in a book and sold like that. They don't even start out in newspapers and run for series. So it can be either way. And a lot of anime actually starts out as manga, and they have the same story, and then it just translates from manga to anime. But sometimes there might be small differences and small discrepancies here and there. It might be creative decisions why they want to change things here and there, just like a lot of movies that go from book to movies, or from book to TV shows. And even in Western countries, like in the United States, a lot of superheroes stories start out as comic books or comic strips or whatnot, and then after gaining a ton of popularity, they become TV shows and movies. So the same happens with manga over in Japan. But sometimes a story gets really, really popular before the manga is even complete. And so they may change things, or there's a number of choices they might do. Like for example, Inuyasha, they ran for about 7 or 8 seasons, and then they just stopped. And they also had 4 movies, and then they just stopped because the manga wasn't completed. But once they completed the manga, then they went back and did Inuyasha the Final Act, which was another season or 2, and that just ended the story for Inuyasha. But then other times, they might just try and keep an anime going and just stick in some filler episodes. Like Bleach, the anime, it had about 3 seasons, but the manga wasn't completed, so the 4th and 5th season, it was just filler episode. That's why at the end of the 5th season pretty much ended the same as the end of the 3rd season. The characters were basically the same, or wound up the same. And then the 6th season and onward, it followed the manga. I believe all of those seasons onward followed the manga. I'm not 100% sure because there were some more filler seasons here and there. But then there's another choice, like with Fullmetal Alchemist. Fullmetal Alchemist was only about 51 episodes long, and the manga wasn't completed, so about 25 episodes followed the manga, and then the other 26 episodes were just their completely own story, own universe, own characters, and all that stuff. And it was still a pretty good anime, but it was just its own thing. Once the manga was completed, they went back and made Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. That anime followed the manga completely. But of course, in the beginning of Brotherhood, they just kind of sped the story up since they already told it in the original Fullmetal Alchemist anime. So if you ever want to watch those animes, watch Fullmetal Alchemist, and then watch Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Of course, there's also a movie at the end of the original Fullmetal Alchemist that kind of winds up the story. And then, of course, like a lot of things that come from other countries, sometimes there's a little bit of censorship in the manga, because a lot of manga do get translated and then get released in other countries. And sometimes there may be some cultural differences that might be sexual, that might be religious, and so they change things a little bit here and there, and so they can sell it in other countries without offending people, I guess. And one was in Fullmetal Alchemist when, well, I'm not going to say the storyline, I won't spoil it, but some dude was kind of pinned to like this cross, and so when they released it in the United States, they just filled in the cross, so it was just like a kind of an oval shape. And then in the Pokemon manga, they made Misty look really busty and have these really tight or short shorts. So when they released it in the United States, I think they kind of toned down her chest size and gave her longer shorts. So there's a little censorship going on here and there, but I guess you can expect that. And I guess that's about it. So yeah, I hope this video was helpful, and if you appreciated it or liked it, you can give it a thumbs up. And subscribe to my channel if you want to see more Japanese related videos. Some are terms like this, and some are product reviews. So if you subscribe, you'll see more coming in the future, and you can also check out my older ones. And that's it. So see you guys later.